more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Bavarians is for your man and you too.
What's that you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to The Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, breaking the seal all over the finer things of life, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
That's right. Welcome in, everybody. It's The Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for spreading the word. I am Greg. Over there, that is Scott.
I'm here.
And that's Dan.
Present.
I love the Key and Peele get present. Hey, wrong. Sorry. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and for listening. I guess you don't tune into a podcast anymore, dude. It's more of a download and a hit play. Yeah. Tune in's very old-timey of me.
Thanks for streaming on in.
Right. It sounds like something different, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning on in, pal.
Sorry. It's the only effect I can do on the fly. Shout out to our top listenership, top listening city last week, Annapolis, Maryland.
Ooh.
Yes, Annapolis, Maryland. I wonder if it's if they're getting hit by the vortex there.
Oh,
probably not.
Maryland?
They're on the coast,
The East
Coast. Probably not like the Midwest is.
Correct.
Isn't that where like some of one of the big like military bases is or something?
Maybe I don't know.
Sounds
There's a lot of
familiar.
government stuff in that area,
Yeah.
Baltimore and all that stuff. So, thanks Annapolis, Maryland, for checking in. Glad you guys are still getting beer shipments out there. Unlike the Midwest, not so much.
God, how sad.
It is sad. I hope things are starting to thaw. Our burp word of the week. If you're new to the show, we are not allowed to burp on air unless it's an attempt towards the burp word of the week. This week it's breakfast.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Breakfast. Yeah, you'll find
I
out.
like breakfast.
Yeah,
I think everyone does.
Yeah, who hates breakfast?
Right.
All right.
Although I don't find myself having it every day.
I don't.
Right?
Maybe that's why we love it so much. Because we don't always get you always get dinner.
It's true.
You don't skip dinner,
Yeah.
but you never.
Breakfast is a treat.
It is a treat.
I agree.
You it's like coffee for breakfast, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll have like a hard-boiled egg every day, but like
Stupid bar.
the weekends, it's like bacon time.
Oh, bacon!
Yeah.
Bacon with bacon. My neighbor was cooking bacon the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna break into their house, and
Yeah.
just steal their bacon."
If you don't invite me, I'm going to invite me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's the best smell in the world.
Oh
It
my
is.
God.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah, and the best part about making bacon is like you leave for a couple hours, you come back, your house still smells like
Yeah.
bacon.
Yeah.
It like coats the walls.
Start eating your house.
Yeah. Snozberries taste like
Oh, my-
snozberries. So anyways, breakfast is the burp word. You'll find out when we get to our bullpen beer why that is.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff to get to. We've got some crotch talk. We've got some booze news. We have a commercial break this episode, and we have a beer review from the guys over at the Any and Everything show, and much, much more. So we'll get to all of that if I can speak English. But first, let's make the English a little bit easier.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
We always have ourselves a beer.
Oh, show.
This time we're having ourselves Destination Unknown Brewing Company beer.
So confused.
And it was such a weird long name. Destination Unknown Brewing Company.
Uh-huh.
The beer we're having is called Beer for Science 3.5. It's a double IPA. Has 8.2% alcohol, 4.12 on Untapped. I'll let you guys have a drink while I read this extremely long description from the brewery. It says, NE IPA is in New England. NE IPA with lactose.
Huh?
That's their description.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
Thanks, Destination Unknown, for the
Wow.
super long. It's all I could find. That was the longest thing I could find on this, other than like people reviewing it.
You know, we always kind of laugh at those descriptions, how they're all like long and like crazy, and they all have
Artsy.
these puns and shit
Right.
in there. But man, it just makes me feel like they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
true.
Just buy your beer.
yeah, pretty much.
Drink it or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. This the aroma for double IPA, it's a little light for me. Got a little bit of that pine, but it's overall maybe a little bit of fruit too. Pretty light on the aroma. The flavor, I get like a lot of that dankness. It's like pine forest dank with like a little bit of
Yes.
I want to say skunk, but I don't mean that in like my beer has gone skunk. It's just like that super dankness, I guess.
Yes. I would say the first time I tasted it, it did seem a little tart, a little skunky, a little dank. But I don't know. I think it's starting to kind of grow on me a little bit.
I will
towards
say,
the end here.
yeah, as it warms up, it actually gets better.
Yes, agreed.
Which is the sign of a good beer.
It's true.
I often will drink beers warm,
Yeah.
like barrel-aged beers. Those are good as they warm up.
I still can't do warm.
Even like on a big like Sticky Monkey or like we had a couple weeks ago, the anniversary ale. Like, I'm not saying room temp, but like, 60s, low 60s, high 50s. It's like warmish, pretty warm. You really get the aroma. You really start getting the flavors.
I believe you.
Yeah. One of these days, we'll do it.
So either cold or warm. That's the only beers I will drink.
And maybe in between.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But definitely cold and warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is, I don't know. I'd give this like a 3.25 maybe. 3.25 on if I was doing Untapped on this one.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is good. I just don't think it's great. It's just kind of
Correct.
fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It does a good
I
job.
give it a good. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what number I'd give it, but I give it a good.
Yeah.
Not excellent.
It's a double
not poor,
IPA with
yeah.
lactose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not a lot to write home about.
Yeah.
I should mention this is from the East Coast. They're from New York, so we're drinking some East Coast beer. Biggie, East Side. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Baby.
That's right. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know if I'd seek it out again. Or I like to ask Shannon on Beer Harmony is, would you go buy it? It's like, I'm glad I had it. I don't know if I'd go buy it. Like I wouldn't go search for it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bought it once. I think that's enough. I do like the can, Beer for Science, and we are quite avid in the science community here with
Yes,
Beer
we are.
Science.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was fitting. But
Did like that. It looks like a, me and the cans.
right, cans
But-
for cans.
Yeah, but it looks like homework or something.
Right.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Some PTSD when
Yeah, it's like
we
a
drink the beer.
like a notepad written on it or something. I thought you wrote on it, honestly, when you brought it in. I'm like, this is for science. So I was like, for beer science, really?
You wouldn't be able to read it if I wrote it. So.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's what we got here. Let's move things on to some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
Let's see. Not tons of grievances for me. Oh, I did get a listener question. I believe it was 2 weeks ago. We talked about my trip up north where I had Boat Story version 2. If we all remember, more
Yeah.
boat stories. They asked where was Boat Story version 1 because we alluded to the fact that the first Boat Story included shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's plenty of poop.
Yeah, and I should have told people for the the new listeners that the original Boat Story is back on batch 99.
There you
So
go.
if you want to know the beginnings of all this,
Yeah.
go to batch 99 and then
Boat
go
Story
back.
1.
Yeah, boats and hose.
Boy, is it
Yes.
poopy.
It's a shitty story. So go check that out. As I promised, I went down to San Diego. We had to do some wedding venue shopping, if you will. We checked out a winery down in the San Diego area. It was nice, expensive as hell. As soon as you tell them it's a wedding, it's like, oh, let me triple the price for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also stopped in at Helix Brewing, and I did an interview with Cameron, who has been on the show a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago now. He just opened Sourworx next door to Helix, so it's all sours, and I know that's not your guys' jam for the most part.
It's not my bag, baby.
But we had a lot of sours, and we talked about it, so that'll be coming out in a few weeks. I was so surprised. I shit you not. I don't say this because he was on the show, and I'm trying to suck up to the guy. Literally some of the best sours I have ever had. And I enjoy sours. I enjoy what Firestone Sour or Barrelworks is putting out. But these were some of the best. Even some of these I think you guys could have drank. Not just could have drank, but would have enjoyed.
Oh, yeah?
2 of them tasted like mimosas.
Ooh.
And so we were discussing it, especially Shannon and I afterwards, a lady friend and I, calling them sours is a bit of an unfair term. They're wild fermented, which means they're not kettle soured. A lot of sours are kettle soured where they add certain yeast strains to make it sour. This is done in a barrel. He puts them in wine barrels and spirit barrels and lets the wild bugs get into them.
Wow.
Not bugs like flies, but yeast. Lets the wild
I was
yeast.
like, is that how it happens?
Yeah. Think about that the next time you're drinking a sour.
Yeah.
But lets the wild yeast get into them. And some of these are over 3 years old, over 3 years in the barrel. And they've just been sitting there. And good Lord, they were phenomenal. They were so good. And I don't just say that because he's on the show. They were really, really good. So if you're in San Diego, and you like sours or wild fermented beers, go to Sourworx. It's right next door to Helix. Just Google it. It was phenomenal. It was literally some of the best sours I've had. So.
It's interesting, like you're even saying like wild fermented beers as opposed to sour. It's almost like they're sour by craft, but not really like sour kind of gives off like, ugh, I don't want to like pucker my lips while I'm drinking this shit.
Yeah. Well, I know not everybody is for sours. Like you guys don't like sours, like sours. And
sour is a scary word for me.
It is, and it brings on like it evokes like a certain emotion with it. Like you think sour, and some people like sour, some people don't. But whether you like it or not, it evokes something specific for you. So calling them sours is unfair because many of them weren't sour. Now we definitely had a few that like were on that upper echelon of sourness that you guys would have not been down with.
Sharpie territory.
None of them were near that.
Okay.
Nothing was gross. Nothing was that bad. But there was some really sour stuff. But some of his not so sour, like his, I'd call it like a 1 or 2 on the sour scale, out of 10, was just phenomenal. Tasted like, a couple of them tasted, like I said, like mimosas and just really easy drinking beer. Like if somebody was a white wine drinker but not a beer drinker, I think this could be their gateway beer. So
interesting.
It was interesting. And we got really nerdy because we've already had Cameron on the show. So we got more nerdy with like his processes, and I think it was a fun interview. So
cool.
We'll see how that goes. Also, of course, stop by Benchmark. They did not have any hop chunks in a can. So sorry to Dan. We did not bring back any hop chunks.
Good, man.
I love eating out in San Diego because no matter where you go, they have good beer on tap.
True that.
Oh, so good. We did like a little treat yourself night. And we went to, do I still have it? Here we go.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
There you go.
We went to one of the Carl Strauss locations and just ate and drank the fuck out of that place.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, God. They have a dessert. What is the tiramisu? But they call it biramisu. They soak it in the Rec Alley Stout.
What?
Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
So good. I highly recommend it.
That's cool. You actually made room for dessert there.
Yeah, we decided to cheat and everything. Like, we more like cheat yourself. That's really what we did. It was phenomenal. What else? Oh, I got to drink a little beer with Otter of the Booze League over the weekend. He works over at one of the Fig Mountain locations, and so we stopped in and he was there. If you guys have not had Fig Mountain Zero to Sexy, it is phenomenal. It's a golden ale, so it drinks like a coffee stout, but it's golden and light.
Oh, interesting.
It's really, really good. So hung out with Otter, got nice and hydrated. Otter's great because it's like, hey, what do you think of this beer? He's like, why don't you tell me? So we had a lot of beer that night. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No real grievances. A lot of beer drinking in San Diego and then back again up here. And yeah, it's been nice. What about you guys? Grievances?
Nothing much.
That's good.
Yeah, I did get sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was immediately after we did the show one week. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
was it like the sick?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you actually listen to the show?
No.
Scott was telling a story about Uber and
right.
found myself feeling sick.
Yeah, it was funny because like I tried to call into work, like I got that messed up, and like I was trying to just text my supervisor. But I guess I've burned out all my texts to the point where I've like cried wolf so many times. Like she needed to see the fucking wolf. So she's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to call me." I'm like, "All right, fuck you, I'll call you." So yeah, I called her and they're like, "Hey, can you hear me? I'm thick." You're like, "Oh, okay, sorry." He's like, "You fucking bitch." So
you have like a clothespin on your nose.
Yeah, I know. I really should
like send her a picture of your vomit or diarrhea.
I know.
Or whatever you're doing.
All the booger stuck to my beard.
That'd been great.
Yeah. So that sucked. It was kind of over the weekend too, and it was like it was kind of a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, break into your drinking time.
Yeah, it really messed it up, man.
That's not fair.
Yeah, they put me on antibiotics. It was funny.
Wow,
that bad?
Well, I think
you have like a sinus infection.
I complained. Yeah, and I usually get a sinus infection, so I kind of said, give me that. And I usually talk to my buddy who's he's actually a nurse in the prison system.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
wow.
It's pretty good stories he comes out with.
Bet.
Yeah. But I always take the medicine. I always take the medicine like, hey, I'm taking this stuff.
I bet you
do. What is it? He's like, oh, yeah, it's
Vaseline.
Pretty much, at this point, it was antibiotics. It's like just pretty much cure all antibiotic. He's like, good news if you had any STDs, you cured. I'm like, save me a trip to the clinic. And then I have to,
little 2-for-1 combo.
Yeah, no more sniffing, no more scratching. I'm good to go.
You're not a sticker anymore.
Yeah.
And my ass stopped hurting. So
I'm
it's all good.
100% better now.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that before you came over.
Exactly.
Yeah. Saved us from your sickness and your STDs.
Oh, show.
Well, good times. So that was a grievance turned happy note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All the emotions wrapped up into one there.
Exactly. It's perfect. Oh, God. Hi, new listeners. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
We're glad you joined us.
Yeah, thanks for that roller coaster of emotions we went through.
Exactly. Oh, geez. All right. Moving on. Oh, drunk quote of the week.
Oh, cool.
The problem with the world is that everyone is a few drinks behind.
Damn.
No kidding.
That's true.
Yeah. Thank you, Humphrey Bogart.
That's real.
Yeah.
Here's looking at you, sweetheart.
Have another drink.
That's Clark Gable. Oh, no, that's Humphrey Bogart. Right?
I have no idea.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Humphrey.
Don't quiz me on
I
that.
think it was Humphrey.
All right.
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah, Humphrey.
Yeah.
Humphrey all the way.
Totally. No idea. All right, let's move on to the best part of the show.
No one could blame you for bed swerving. It's time for a beer babe of the week.
This week's beer babe of the week is from Australia.
Oh.
And you can find her on the grams at the_, sorry, Scott.
Lord.
The _Tippler, Tippler, the Tippler.
Tippler.
She's drinking a Modus Operandi Tropic Haze, which is an unfiltered, dry hopped pale.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that like indigenous to the area?
You know what's funny? I've heard of the Modus Operandi. I wonder if they're actually Australian. They must be, but I've heard of them before.
It's pretty cool.
So I wonder where they're from. Anyways, go give her a follow at the _Tippler. I think you'll be glad that you did.
Looked like a local beach she was at until you said Australia. I'm like, oh shit, it's like on the other side
I
of
don't
the
know.
globe there.
Maybe she's on a vacation or something, but I definitely
I don't
saw
think
something on her Instagram
I
about
don't
being
think she'd
from
come down to
Australia.
the Mandalay shores of Oxnard.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, right, didn't it?
She's like, man, I needed a break from Australian beaches.
Yeah.
So I went to Oxnard.
Yeah.
Let me go to Oxnard.
Yeah.
Makes me appreciate Australia so much
Right.
more.
Right, exactly. No, I'm looking it up. She had put her location on this picture. She is definitely in Australia.
Interesting.
She's in Melbourne.
Hey, every hood's the same. Ice Cube is right.
I guess so. Today was a good day.
The Oxnard of Australia.
That's fucked up for Melbourne. All right, what else? Oh, like I alluded to at the top of the show, we have a beer review from our friends over at the Any and Everything show.
Oh.
Here is Jake and George.
Jake, would you enlighten the people?
Yes. So this is, we mentioned this probably. I'm going to ballpark it and say about 10 to 12 episodes ago.
Right.
When the forest fires in California were sweeping the state.
Yes.
Sierra Nevada, who is a West Coast brewery, right? In California, I believe they are.
Chico, California.
Chico, California.
And Miles River, North Carolina. apparently.
Yeah, so what they did is they collaborated with a bunch of other breweries to make a resilience IPA to raise funds for the towns and people affected by the forest fires. And they had a bunch of breweries hop on board, create beers that were similar to this, and this proceeds of that beer where it was sold. And
that's right. And on
everything
the
like
box,
that.
it says 100% of every dollar Sierra Nevada receives goes to the Sierra Nevada Campfire Relief Fund.
So what kind of beer is this? I don't even
An
know.
IPA, Jake.
Oh, perfect.
It is the Sierra Nevada Resilience, the Butte County Proud IPA. Butte County roots run deep. Forested hills, winding rivers, towering pines, mighty oaks, and even mightier people. It's our home. And in the aftermath of the campfire, the most destructive wildfire in California history, we will rebuild. This IPA was brewed to support those impacted by the campfire in Butte United. Oh, that's a period. In Butte. United we stand. So
in Butte. I wonder if that's how it's pronounced. Butte.
You think it's Butte?
The E at the end might have a big part in it. I feel like there's a big difference between Butte and Butte.
There's not a big difference. There's only the letter E is the difference.
Either way, awesome beer, awesome cause. I just had the first sip, as you all know. First sip impressions, one sip, and we give this baby a letter grade. Right now, I'm in the B in between a B- and a B. It's really good. It's not fruity. It has a little bit of that IPA bitterness. I tend to go for more hoppy beers myself. It's not as hoppy as it is kind of a dryness to it. That's what I'm looking for.
And for that reason, I don't know why, just looking at the can and imagining how it was going to taste, it came off a lot drier than, for whatever reason, I had imagined in my mind.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm going to give it a C+, just because the first sip caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly ready for that specific taste.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when you said for that reason. It sounds like what a talk show host or a host of a reality show says right before someone's eliminated. And for that reason, you are not going to be
the beer of this episode.
My next executive chef.
That's right.
So we want to give a real big shout out to our friends over at Unfiltered Gentlemen. We are partnering with them for this beer review. So we thank you, gentlemen. And you can find us, the Any and Everything Show, at anyandeverythingshow.com, and our social medias are all on there. Instagram, Any and Everything Show, and
Bing Bang Bong.
You know, the whole nine. You can find it on our website, or you can find all of our stuff on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, the whole shebang. So thank you guys, and let's get on into the show.
Thank you guys. Thanks to Jake and George over at the Any and Everything Show. Make sure you check them out. They also have a beer or two per episode and give it a letter grade and talk about it a little bit and lots of other stuff. So go check them out. Let's check ourselves out. Dan's so excited for this.
I am.
Our Bullpen beer.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
We are about to be drinking Port Brewing Company's Bacon and Eggs.
Oh, man.
8%, 4.1 on Untapped, 4.24 on Beer Advocate. It says, with an award-winning cold-pressed coffee from Bird Rock Roasters of La Jolla, I guess some might say La Jolla, this coffee porter is black in color with a khaki tan head, strong coffee flavors with rich chocolate and roasted malts.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
The smell alone, damn.
Smells like breakfast.
Ooh.
It does.
Yeah.
Ready to start the day.
Morning, guys.
Yeah. This is the best part of waking up. Bacon, eggs in your cup.
That's right. Bacon and eggs. Get the whole breakfast in there. Why not?
Yeah. I feel like I'm just walking down the coffee aisle as I smell it.
Right.
Oh, man.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I might pour this one out.
Oh, yeah. We finally found one. We finally found it, ladies and gentlemen.
This is good shit.
Good stuff.
We get a lot of, obviously, coffee.
Yeah.
A little bit of chocolate towards the end, I would say. Coffee up front, chocolate towards the end. It's just breakfast and dessert at the same time.
It's a treat.
It gives me an excuse to wake up and start drinking.
It does.
Yeah,
it's
like I
bacon and
needed
eggs.
one, but yeah, I mean,
it's true.
If your wife starts yelling at you, what are you doing out there? I'm just having a bacon and eggs.
It's my breakfast beer.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, bacon and eggs.
It's like 9 in the morning and you're already drinking beer. It's like, honey, it's breakfast.
Yeah.
Hey, 9's afternoon for me.
Right. I've been up since 6. You just didn't see me. Yeah, this is delicious. If you guys have not come across Port's Bacon and Eggs, I highly suggest you do. I got this one. They had it at Trader Joe's, which I love when Trader Joe's gets beers because it's always basically cheaper than everyone else.
Boom, boom.
So they got a few 6-packs of this in, so I made sure to grab one because this one just, like you said, it's always a treat.
Yes.
And it's delicious.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Faux show.
Or are we still in like treat mode over here?
I'm still treating, but yeah.
I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to start the day, man. Bring it on. Bring on the day.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, it feels like morning time
Let's get to
again.
work.
Yeah. I feel like we need to play that Folgers commercial from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Could have used it today.
Hey, baby, you sure brew one shitty cup of coffee.
Here, have this beer.
Yeah. Beer. All right, let's do a little news before we hit our commercial break. Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news. So bad news for the beer industry. U.S. beer shipments declined in 2018.
Whoa.
Yes. They are attributing this to some of the new products coming out, like those hard seltzer waters. Have you seen those? where it's like basically LaCroix with booze in it?
No.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing. I haven't had it yet, but
Neither.
apparently they're attributing it to that a little bit because it picked back up at the very end of the year. It was a bigger December than the year prior, but overall for the year it was down. So they're thinking it was like the introduction of these new fancy drinks, and people are like jumping on board for a quick sec and realizing that they're shit and coming back to beer.
And I had more time off in December. So I
That's true. I bet it picks up every December because you always take a lot of time off in December. Yeah, you got to burn your PTO.
I wonder if it was all the what's it called? All the bad weather in the Midwest. Like, hey, we're not going to ship over there. Maybe it affected something.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with 2019 numbers, like the beginning of 2019, if they've took a huge dive because of shipments not being able to go out or anything like that.
Suicides will go up.
Dude, you don't get me any beer? Thank God I know how to make my own.
That's true.
I don't. So
I'm good for a nuclear blast.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Make my own beer. I got one brewing right now.
Wow.
I should have talked about this on the last show, but I guess now a week and some change ago, I brewed the Resilience IPA.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So we'll
Wow.
see how that turns out.
Cool.
Yeah, Brian, who was on the show, came over and helped me brew. And
nice.
Then we drank a bunch also, because you can't brew beer without drinking beer.
Of course not.
Need inspiration.
Exactly. MillerCoors will be losing the naming rights to the Milwaukee Ballpark starting 2021. So the Brewers will no longer have Miller whatever stadium.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So who the fuck is going to sponsor them?
It's an insurance company.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does it
make any
now?
sense?
So right now it's Miller Park, right?
Something like that. Miller whatever. Yeah.
So some insurance company will have it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Apparently. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
It better not be car insurance. It's like the Brewers. Come on.
That would be hilarious.
Miller made so much sense.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be another beer company at least.
Well, and Miller's based out of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So it really made sense.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Now it's going to be car insurance.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Sports
15
is just
seconds.
going downhill, dude.
Right?
Man.
All sports.
Yeah, 2021. It's all downhill from there.
Bullshit.
All right, I think it's time we pause from a word from our sponsor.
Cool.
Yes.
They sure work hard, don't they, Barney?
Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred.
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend.
Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobaccos specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking.
Yeah, Barney, Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
man.
true.
Yeah.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Right?
Those little fuckers. It's funny how they went back like in the backyard and like, what are we going to do out here, Fred?
Well, it's great because when they were saying, like, I hate to see him work so hard, they were talking about their wives mowing the yard.
Oh, shit.
And they were like, I hate to see him work so hard. What are we going to do? And they went in the backyard and had a Winston.
Had a smoke.
Oh, God.
Hey, Fred,
nice.
I got a joint. Would you want to smoke it with me? Bon, that's a great idea.
I don't know, Bon. You got a doob?
It's like, are you seeing aliens too, Bon? The great Zazu. I see him too, Fred.
Dan's on point with these impressions lately.
He is, man.
It's true. The great Zazu. Maybe they're baked out of their minds.
I'm sure they were.
What's his name? Great Gazoo?
Gazoo. The Great Gazoo,
Excuse
yeah.
me.
Either way.
Yeah, the alien. That's the only way they could have seen him. They're blitzed out of their mind.
Oh, Bon. Yeah, that's can't get away with not just cigarette commercials, but cigarette commercials geared towards children anymore. That's,
Of course, those Winstons were great.
Correct.
Yeah. And good for kids.
right.
Yeah.
They're pure white filter on the
Pure
on the
white
front.
filters for the kids.
Carolina candy.
Would they say like 20 tastes great 20 times a pack or something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that.
Yeah, that was great.
My mom would put Winstons in my lunchbox when I was a kid.
That's what you'd have for snack.
Yeah, after lunch, hey, have a Winston.
little post lunch smoke break.
You ever see that thing on Family Guy where the old timey guy? He's like, that's why like cigarettes are, they used to do them so much back in the days, and they have a guy like ordering like a burger. He's like, yeah, I want that burger extra bloody. Say he goes, oh, do you want cigarettes in your burger? He's like, what do you think? I'm a Mary? Of course I want cigarettes.
Oh, that's good.
Cigarettes.
Back to the news.
Oh yeah,
That's where we were.
Cigarettes are good stuff.
I feel like I'm having a smoke break.
Yeah.
ZX Ventures, Anheuser-Busch InBev's venture capital arm, so ZX owned by Budweiser, has acquired the remaining portion of beer ratings website RateBeer.com, the part that did not already own. A couple years ago, October 2016, ZX purchased a portion of RateBeer.com. At that point, some big craft breweries were not happy about it, including Karl Strauss and Dogfish Head. They asked to be removed completely from RateBeer.com after that happened, and now ZX has bought 100% of the website. So I'm sure it'll all tip in Budweiser's favors if you're looking up ratings on RateBeer.com.
Damn.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Bud Light has like a 5-star review.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Ballast Point. Everything's going up.
Right. All the shit beer. So, no more Rate Beer. Not that once they did that, I stopped using Rate Beer, and now I will absolutely stop checking Rate Beer.
For sure.
Yeah. Before I'd be like, oh, it's Rate Beer. Let's see what it says. But now it's like, there's no point.
Game over, man.
It's going to be tainted.
Faux show.
Going to be tainted. Bad news for us as we drink bacon and eggs. Apparently, eating bacon and drinking booze increases your cancer risk by 40%.
Wow.
Well, duh.
Yeah. I guess mine's increased by 80 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I drink a lot of booze and eat a lot of bacon.
Bacon can't be good for you. I mean, you know that going into it.
Yeah, it's too good.
That's right.
Yeah.
What about beer?
Well,
yeah, that too.
Probably not.
This might be the last show.
It's been good.
There is a Surgeon General's warning on every bottle.
Yeah, but they put them on Winston's too.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Winston's are good for you.
Barney and Fred are still alive.
That's right. They're still ticking. Yeah.
Hey, Fred, you want some of these?
It sounds like Kane when he had his voice box.
Rudy Boo.
Whatever you do, don't have sex with a dead person.
They're the ones that'll have sex with me.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was about the worst WWE story.
That was terrible.
Bring it up again.
Oh my god!
We're not going to talk. We're not
Yeah,
talking.
here we go. Let's bring it to the WWE.
Let's just go back to the fact that we're all going to get cancer because we love bacon and booze.
Yeah, everything causes cancer.
There's a guy on the radio, like I don't remember what station he is. He's the same station that Jim Rome's on, but he comes on around 7 o'clock. I don't know if anyone knows who he is. Maybe I'm making fun of someone that everyone knows, but he talks like he's had so many cigarettes. He's like, I would take the Bears on this one. The Bears look good today. And I'm like, oh my god, your voice, dude! Like it's crazy.
It's like painful. Like it just sounds like he's in pain every time he says something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the worst. What else? Oh, are you guys into singing while you're drunk?
Not usually.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a karaoke fan
No.
at all, but there's this new service called Pub Choir that goes around to different pubs and teaches people how to sing and then gets them all to do choirs while they're drunk. Here is an example of them getting a bunch of people at a pub to sing, what is this, the Backstreet Boys. Say what?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. A couple of the guys they showed in this video, I'll have to post it up on our social medias, look pretty drunk and sweaty.
So these guys are all drunk?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people from a pub. Yeah, it's
because they sound much better than the Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, that bar's set real low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they sound like beer drinkers.
It's funny, like when I would go to the piano bars in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
that's like, man, dude, Sweet Home Alabama comes on. Holy shit.
Or Journey.
Oh my god, yeah, Journey. That one. Holy crap, dude. Everyone goes nuts.
Yep. And if it's like, I don't know, 11 o'clock, that's when you get like the real Journey and Sweet Home Alabama fans. And then as it gets a little bit later, that's like when the younger kids in quotes, kids are still out, and that's when you get like the Backstreet requests and all that garbage. It's like, all right, time to go home. Time to go. It's fucking boy band time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So check out the pub choir, and you can learn to sing while hammered.
I think I went to one time, and there was like old people there, and they're like requesting like chubby checkers and shit. I'm like, hey man, this is too far back, dude. Like, there's got to be standards and limits here.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been drunk and sang karaoke. I have, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, I think I've talked about it. I've only sung karaoke like 2 or 3 times in my life.
Yeah, it's been a couple times.
Yeah, I've basically been forced each time. I'm not a fan of singing. I love watching karaoke.
I do too.
Yeah. I love the train wreck.
I do too.
I love watching it's funny. The lady friend, as a professional singer, cannot stand watching karaoke.
Imagine, yeah.
I love it because it is a train wreck.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. These drunk people stumble through the easiest fucking songs in the world.
And in their mind, they sound great.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know
they are whoever.
Oh, my God. I'm like a superstar here just singing like crazy. People are throwing up everywhere.
I've never been that drunk where I thought I was a good singer.
Oh, no.
Like, I've been as drunk can be. I've never been drunk enough to think I was a good singer. Like, every time I've done karaoke, I've been forced / I'll have sex with you if you do it kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So forced.
Yeah.
And I hated every minute of it. It's the worst. I can't stand it. One time I did. I made the mistake. I think I talked about this on the show before, but I made the mistake of telling a girl that I was hanging out with that I knew all the words to Ice Ice Baby.
Oh, damn.
And she promptly excused herself to go to the bathroom. I didn't put it together. She went and signed me up for Ice Ice Baby.
Oh, hey, you signed your own death warrant on that one.
Last time I opened my fucking mouth. So that did that once. And then I think the other 2 times I was up as a group. So I just kind of got to hide behind people. And I did the happy birthday thing where you just mouth it while everyone else actually sings it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I
most of my karaoke is like the song is going on and I'm drunk and they hand the microphone to me. So like, okay, here I go.
It's always Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I've only gone up once and did Regulate with Warren G and Nate
see,
Dogg.
That's good.
Yeah, I did, but it was funny because it was like a clear white night, a clear dark moon. Like I was like, I sounded more like
to Will Smith.
It sounded or more like Curtis Blow or something like that. I should have done that. These are the breaks. Like I should have done that instead. It would have been awesome.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
That's how I was doing it. I was like, no, I'm supposed to be Nate Dogg. Why am I sounding like Curtis Blow?
That's so good. Now, verse 2. What the fuck I do?
That's how I was doing it.
Oh,
It's hilarious.
so good. Oh, that's a great song, by the way.
It is.
Oh, the good old days.
Good stuff.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so finally, I'm going to show the gentleman a video that I will also post on our social medias.
Okay.
So as we see here, you can listen to my commentary and then go watch it on our social media if it'll play. There we go. So we're at Applebee's. This guy has ordered a large beer. He's going to pour it into a small beer glass because they always ask you want large or small.
Okay.
So he's pouring his large beer into a small beer glass.
Yes.
Pouring. Still pouring. He's a slow pourer.
It's not you?
It's not me.
Okay.
This is posted online. His large beer filled up the small beer glass.
Oh, wow.
So the big controversy going around the interwebs right now is that Applebee's is gypping you when you order the large beer.
Wow.
This was brought to my attention, compliments of the Tailgate Party group on Facebook, which I'm a member of, and there are a bunch of funny guys on there. Go find them. But a lot of controversy going on. I made the argument that there was a little bit of headroom on the large one, that it looked like the foam had settled, and then he poured it in. And Applebee's finally tweeted out about it being the headroom. People are still up in arms. They're saying like it should. Here's what my word of advice to everybody, whenever somebody asks me, do you want like the large or the small? I just ask them, what's the size difference? If they tell you like, oh, it's a 16 ounce or a 22 ounce. All right. Then you know you're getting
correct
a large or a small. If they just go large or small, then I always order the small. Like if they don't have numbers to back it up.
Oh, okay.
That's just always been my
advice.
Yeah. They're like, hey, well, large or small on that Stone IPA. Oh, how big's the large? It's about yay big, and they hold their hands up like, I will take a small. But if they say, oh, it's a 22 versus a 16, all right, give me the large one.
Okay.
Right.
So just words
That's
to live
good
by.
advice.
Don't be gypped by those cheap burger joints.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah. Because usually if they ask me the 16 or the 22, I'll say both.
I gotta choose. Yeah, I mean, if they ask me 16 or 22, of course I go 22. If they say small or large,
small or large,
I want to know the difference.
Yeah, give me what is small and what? Oh wow,
It's funny because
interesting.
I'd go to Yard House and everyone would get obviously the big yard of beer,
right?
Because that's the novelty thing, but
but it's skinny as fuck.
Yeah. Well, on top of that though, if you get like 3 beers, just 3 regular beers, it's cheaper than just getting the whole big thing. And then on top of all that, your beer stays cold because you're not having it all poured out.
Is it the same amount?
Yeah, ultimately it would be. Like
interesting.
When you do 3, so it's
Same price.
It's cheaper to get
Cheaper?
those 3 beers like that.
Oh. Yeah, I like the whole stay cold thing too.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I went to one place where instead of bringing you a pitcher, they brought you this like tall tower. And I think it was like equivalent of like 5 pitchers. We were there to get fucked up, and like it had a little thing at the bottom, a little spout, and you could pour yourself off a beer. But there was only 2 of us drinking it, and while we were drinking fairly rapidly, that beer got pretty warm.
Is
pretty
that right?
fast. Yeah, it was not ideal.
Usually they put like a chiller or something in the middle or something like
this
that.
A did not have that, and B was quite a number of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was before chiller technology was was brought around. But,
okay.
Yeah. So word to the wise, find out the ounces between the small and the large beers.
It's good advice.
That's all I'm saying. Don't get gypped on your tasty beers.
You know how high that
You're
guy was
welcome.
when he walked in. It's like, man, they're trying to gyp me, man. I'll show
No
you.
kidding.
Yeah.
It's a good video.
Kazoo won't stand for this. Oh, God.
You dumb. They're trying to rip you off.
Trying to rip you off, Bond. I just turned into like the mayor from Simpsons. Whenever I do my Flintstone impression. What's his name? Quimby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I think that's everything for us. I'll post that video on the social medias, Facebook, The Unfiltered Gentleman, all that good stuff, so you can find it. Find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com. And don't forget to go check out the Any and Everything podcast, anyandeverything.com, or show.com. And you can find us on the social medias at The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter, at Unfiltered Gents. Please leave us a drunk voicemail, 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. And we welcome your emails. You can, theunfilteredgentleman@gmail.com, or you can send them to any of our DMs. Slide into our DMs, as the kids say, and we'll do it that way as well. I think that's everything. I hope everyone is staying hydrated in the meantime. And on that note, good night, everybody.